Alrighty, we are back here with another mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me. This spotlight, we're going to go over the More Locomotives mod. This is another one that's going to be pretty straightforward, but pretty cool that I think is a nice addition to the game for sure. I mean, pretty much anything train related is awesome. So, what does this do? Well, it adds two new locomotive types to the game. It adds the cargo locomotive here, and then it also adds the high-speed locomotive. So high-speed is pretty self-explanatory based on name. I'll go over some details here in a minute. Let's start with the cargo locomotive. First of all, it is noticeably cheaper. This is the normal one, the diesel locomotive, which requires 20 engines, 10 circuits, and 30 steel. And this guy requires 12 engines, 16 gear wheels, 20 plate, and 4 steel. So if you look down there at the total raw, 52 metal, 4 steel, and 12 engines, it is quite a bit cheaper than the normal locomotive. Now this has a few other things about it. You can see there it has more health, more than double. In fact, it has 2.5 times the health of a normal locomotive. And it also has a bigger light radius, like the headlights on it are span slightly larger area. And it is less affected by number of cargo wagons, so the number hardly affects its speed at all. However, its speed is slower in general by quite a lot. Its max speed, according to the post by the developer, is about 64 kilometers a minute, which is pretty slow. I don't know the exact speed of the normal one, but it's like 150 or so, I think, or close to that. So this guy is quite a bit slower, but he's also, another feature is he's also more fuel efficient, about 60% more fuel efficient. So the post on the forum says that it will, one piece of solid fuel in here will last for about 1:45 going at full speed, which is pretty good. But we can see here, he's not very fast. This is the max speed. You can see down there about almost 65 kilometers a minute, kilometers, whatever it is. So not very fast. However, if you're going over short distances, this is fine, especially because it's not really affected by, you can see how much fuel, it didn't use hardly any fuel for that. Especially because it's not really affected much by the number of cargo wagons, so you can pull a whole ton with this if you wanted. But it would also be good for in-base transport, right? If you have trains going in your base, because also you'll be less likely to die when you get hit by it because it's going slower. So that's also a good feature if you tend to get hit by trains a lot. Okay, so there's that guy. Essentially, you know, slower, more fuel efficient, can pull heavier loads, cheaper, but yeah, slower too. So probably not the best option for going long distances. Now we have the high-speed locomotive, and it is, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. It has a lot more fuel slots as well, as you can see, and there's a reason for that. This guy, let's go over the cost here really quick. Now it's 40 engines, 32 gear wheels, 40 iron plate, and 75 steel, so quite a lot more expensive than this one. However, this thing's max speed is about 345 a minute, or an hour, sorry. I said a minute before I meant an hour. That's what it displays down there, I believe. Well, it's 345, right? So that's like probably almost double that of a normal locomotive. However, it burns through fuel really, really quickly. The post by the developer said that one solid fuel will last for about 10 seconds in this, going at full speed. So it's extremely fuel hungry, but if you have the fuel, you can bring resources over long distances extremely quickly. If we go here, there we go. So we did hit full speed, and you can see that used a little, slightly more than half of the solid fuel just for that. That was about 4 or 5 seconds. So extremely quick. However, it does burn through a lot of fuel. If we throw some cargo wagons on here, we'll see if that really affects it or not. So it is a little slower accelerating, but you can see it's already really quite quick. Gonna hit about 300 before we hit the end of the track, but this guy will get resources over extremely long distance for you quite quickly. And they also have, both these new locomotives have better brakes as well, just so they can slow down better. So if we get going here, it's not great. I was holding the brake that whole time, but it is slightly better than the normal locomotive. So there you go, two new locomotives. The developer said that in the future they're thinking of adding possibly electric locomotives as well, which would be pretty awesome. And maybe some other stuff too. I think it would just be really cool. Pretty much anything train related is awesome in this game. So there you go. High-speed locomotive, cargo locomotive. They both have their uses, both have their downsides, but very nice addition, gives you more flexibility and variety. As always, guys, there will be a link in the description to the forum post where you can check out this mod. If you have any questions or I forgot anything, please let me know down in the comments. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. So until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and take care.